What's up? My name is Eric Butler. This channel is called Report and Opine. I am back, and from Fox News, teen takeover terrorizes Chicago as hundreds of teenagers destroy property, attack tourists. Well, the first question here is obviously, why are you a tourist in Chicago? They say hundreds of teenagers stormed the streets of downtown Chicago, smashing car windows, attacking bystanders, and sending panicked tourists running from the sound of gunfire. And I'm not joking. Like, what is there to see in Chicago? Why do you go there? To see the giant bean? To try to find Kanye West? What attraction do they have? Why does anybody go there? I'm not victim blaming. I'm just genuinely curious as to why anybody would go to Chicago on vacation, right? So these kids who are clearly, or I believe, rioting for not even a made up reason at this point. Not for, the patron saint of fentanyl, not for Breonna Taylor or Trayvon or any of these martyrs, just because they want to terrorize the city. They have nothing else to do. So apparently they're just destroying all of downtown. And that's what it's always been. But in these other cities, they at least had the disguise of a reason, right? Oh, it's justice for this, justice for that. Even though 6 weeks ago they told us not even to, we couldn't leave the house because the air outside of our front door was dangerous. But now when something happens in Minneapolis or Minnesota or whatever it is, now we get to come out and cause chaos, right? Joe Biden wins. Now we get to come out and pass around champagne bottles. I'm sure everybody remembers that. In the streets of Manhattan, when they told you that you shouldn't even leave the house, you can't get on the train, you're going to kill grandma, don't go to Trader Joe's, double mask, wear your goggles, until Joe Biden wins in there passing around a bottle of champagne and sipping it under their mask. But that, of course, is a completely different story, and I digress. It continues. Where are their parents at? That's my question. A woman who identified as Chicago native told Fox 32 as the unruly scene played out in downtown Chicago on Saturday night. Fox 32 cameras captured video of the teenagers crowding the streets, police seeking to restore order to the area. Yeah, well, this might be the end goal, right? This is why you guys didn't want police, so you could just run around and do whatever you want, burn, loot, murder, right? BLM, as it were, smash, destroy, break everything, no consequences. You clearly outnumber the cops. They are ready, willing, and able to bend the knee for any cause, but at least they can't bend the knee here because you guys aren't even pretending to have a cause, as I understand it. You're just out to destroy stuff for some strange reason. Large groups of teens were seen blasting music from Bluetooth speakers and roaming in front of traffic, with some attempting to gain access to the city's Millennium Park, which is off limits to those under 21 after certain hours, and the Downtown Art Institute. Some teens in the group began jumping up and down on cars, smashing windows, and attacking people inside. One woman told Fox 32 her husband was attacked from the driver's side of his vehicle and beaten after a group of teens jumped up and down on the couple's windshield. The man was taken to a local hospital for treatment. So again, why? I guess this is actually better. I guess this is better than the facade of pretending you care about something and that's why you're destroying the city. Now they're just blatantly saying, we don't care. We have no reason. Doesn't matter. We just want to destroy something because we got nothing better to do, apparently. So here, okay, so I'll be the politician this time. You need some programs. You need some city funding to start an after-school program. You need to start a baseball league, a basketball league, right? You guys got Michael Jordan. You got Kanye West. You want to start a music tutor school. Like, what is happening? How is this? Look, this is worse than Oakland, I think. I mean, at least in Oakland, they always claim to, and again, I'm struggling with this right now as we speak. Is it better for them to just say, we want to destroy something, and that's fun for us, and it's just honest? Kind of like what you see in the Bay Area in Oakland with the sideshows, where people are literally out there destroying their own cars for their pleasure. I never understood that, even as a young kid, like watching these guys destroy their very own car for the enjoyment of somebody else until somebody gets hit or a gunshot fires off and then it all disperses. That's been going on for decades. But of course, that too is a different story. So I guess my question is it better to lie about why you're destroying the city or just say, we have no reason, we're just bored, so we're going to destroy things? I don't know. Hundreds of police officers assisted by SWAT teams descended on downtown in an attempt to restore order as gunfire was reported multiple times amid the unfolding scene. Police were seen escorting frightened tourists, again, don't know what you're, I mean, you can go there for work, I guess. I don't know why you're visiting Chicago. Back to their cars or hotels to escape the chaos and traffic on Chicago's Michigan Avenue ground to a halt as police attempted to restore order. So this is what you wanted. We saw the same thing or something very similar in New York, right? They got rid of all the cops. Now you have these robo-cops that are going to last for a few weeks until a homeless person poops on them or a thug throws it into the Hudson River, right? And then they're going to say, oh, well, will this be considered assaulting a police officer? There's never going to be any consequence for any of these people, right? Shout out Rudy Giuliani and the broken windows theory, right? If you can clean up the small things, it won't get this bad. Now you've completely lost control, and this is a power play for the kids, just like the kids we saw in Queens a couple of weeks ago who destroyed a Chinese restaurant for no apparent reason. It's just a flex. It's to show you that they are in charge now, and they are not afraid of any consequences because you told them blatantly that there will be no consequences for this horrible behavior. Police say a 6-year-old boy was shot in the arm near the Chicago Loop and a 17-year-old boy was shot in the leg. Both were taken to Northwestern Hospital and listed in fair condition, according to a report. So, look, they're going to have a story to tell. They're going to, I got shot in Teenage Takeover or whatever back in 2023. Like, they're going to wear that as a badge of honor. I can almost guarantee. Fox 32 reported that the chaos appeared to be another teen takeover of the city that was planned on social media, noting that a similar scene played out in Chicago last year. So it's just a day of chaos. It's basically like the Purge, which makes perfect sense because they got rid of their terrible mayor, Lori Lightfoot, only to install another even worse weirdo. Because for the record, let's just be clear, it's too late. Their heels are dug in. Do you think for one split second, any one of these weirdo Democrat-run establishment cities is going to say, all right, maybe we did that wrong. Let's take our foot off the brake and we'll come up with a plan to fix this? No, they're going to continue saying that their way is the only way, right? We just haven't done enough. We need to go further. Their heels are too dug in. They're look, even if you... I think it's completely evil and manipulative and they're doing it on purpose. But even if you want to take the position that they are actually trying to help and they're just incompetent, they're still in this place where they can't bring themselves, even if they wanted to, they've gone too far to bring themselves. They're too proud. Again, if you want to give them the benefit of the doubt and pretend that they actually are trying to help, they've come too far and they're way too proud to say, all right, maybe we shouldn't have done it that way. We should fix it. And we're going to get a little bit more moderate and we're going to actually start, enforcing the law. We're going to actually start doling out consequences and throwing the books at some of these crazy people. They're never going to do that. So no matter how you slice it, if you believe they do mean well and they're just incompetent, they're too proud to fix it. But me, on the other hand, I'm fully in the camp that this is an evil takeover, an evil power play, all for control, right? It's 100 million different ways to get to the same control, so they can sanction this chaos, and it only means more power for them in a weird roundabout way. I don't know the plan. I don't know exactly how it works, but clearly you don't get to a level of government, you don't get to a certain age in life, and you're just incompetent like that. That's not how it works. Same thing in California, where they love these sanctuary cities and these safe injection sites because they are benefiting from the drug trade there somehow, some way. I don't have the details. I can't prove it, allegedly, but something's clearly wrong here. This isn't people just dropping the ball because they make mistakes. No, this is a managed decline, as they say. It continues. I understand kids having a good time, but this is simply bad parenting. The Chicago native witness told Fox 32, we have to do better as parents. Our kids should not be out here. Yeah, okay, good luck with that. The ship sailed, all right? I've never even been to, I think I drove through Chicago, but you hear nothing but horror stories. You rarely ever, and I'm sure good things do happen, but you never hear about what about a minority-owned business that went viral and made $1 million off of a TikTok or something? You don't hear anything like that. Why is that not happening there? So anyways, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, and of course, subscribe.